Okay, now I'm not sure what I'm going to call this segment, but these are a few things that I purchased to stock my pantry this week. So we started with petite diced tomatoes. I wanted a couple of cans of those, and those were 96 cents. Get this receipt out so I can see what I'm doing. The chicken with rice was $1.92 a can. The peas, I had whatever the cheapest peas are besides Great Value. My husband doesn't like Great Value. They're kind of, the skins on the peas or whatever they are kind of coarse. So we got these, and these were on rollback in a good sized can, 15 ounces for 98 cents today. 98, 192, 96. The carrots were 96 cents, so I bought. We haven't ever had sliced carrots. I just always have found that it's cheaper to just buy the carrots in the produce section and peel them and slice them. But here's a little bit to convenience. If we can't, don't have the time to peel and slice up carrots and stuff like that, my husband wants a casserole. Putting a can of carrots into a casserole in that with ground beef and noodles or rice or something like that is a lot easier. It might be not a lot cheaper, but it is a little bit more convenient, and lots of people eat sliced carrots, sliced potatoes, and stuff like that in cans. Seem to enjoy it, so I decided to just give it a try. 3 cans, 96 cents a piece, 98 cents for that. We've got so many sausages to use up. I think I missed it when I did my inventory around Christmas time, so I've got 2 different packages of bratwurst. So I just bought some Frank's Kraut in the little cans. I thought that was just absolutely adorable. I can pop one of those open, and my husband can at least have 2 good-sized brats with that little can, and that was 92 cents a can. Kind of expensive for a little can, but the little cans of Bush's baked beans are the same exact price. So on to other things that I bought. We used to buy Jell-O in the refrigerated section, and that is now over $4 for 4 cups. So went ahead and got some of this cherry gelatin. I don't think we've had box Jell-O for maybe 5 years, maybe 7 or 8. But we occasionally do not feel well, and so my husband wanted cherry if he's not feeling well, so okay. Those were $1.46 a piece. I went ahead and got a liquid IV that was on rollback. Concord grape, it was $7.97. So 6 on-the-go sticks. I just heard a detail from a doctor the other day that with folks 55 and over, there's a 50% mortality rate with heat stroke. I don't think it was a heat exhaustion, it was a heat stroke. That's pretty serious. As far as heat exhaustion, where you've just exhausted yourself and you haven't been drinking lots of fluids and that, or you've been sitting out for a prolonged period of time, but you haven't quite got to that serious heat stroke, he said it's getting pretty close to a 50% mortality rate, and that's 55 and up. My husband is 51 this year, and I am 62 this year, so want to keep a handle on that. I always drink a lot of water, but obviously the hydration, they want some electrolytes mixed in there, and sometimes there's some sugars in that, so we found that through a pharmacist at Walgreens that this was the go-to. So we went ahead, $7.97 for 6 on-the-go sticks. And if I wasn't feeling well, which I'm blessed, I feel like I've maybe blessed myself a little tiny bit by following a pretty good diet and eliminating most of the sugar, but if I would have an upset stomach or something like that, we can't, the other maybe 2 or 3 months ago, we had kind of an upset stomach, and we just really had nothing in the house. I had some ice cubes. I didn't have any 7-Up. My husband didn't have any ginger ale at the time. We did have the soup, so I was thankful and grateful for that. But we didn't have any type of Jell-O. We did have some saltines. So I'm not really sure anymore. I mean, when I was a kid and that, my mom used to give us rice mush or rice pudding, and toast, but I'm not big on toast or bagels or anything like that. I really actually don't eat much bread at all. So I decided to pick up these, $1.46. They're family size. Might as well, because the smaller ones are almost the same price. And last but not least, for that rice cooker that I just bought some long grain rice. I had gone through both bags here in the last year that I had of long grain rice before I started with the little minute, the quick rice, it's done in just a couple of minutes. So the long grain rice was $1.77. Went ahead and got this on rollback. After we're done with this, and I'm going to put both of these in the freezer. They will fit in the freezer. The basmati was a little bit more expensive. It was $3.97 for a 2-pound bag, and that was on rollback. It was regular $4.97. There was no great value coffee. This is the coffee that we drink, decaf. Coffee makes me too nervous and jittery and stuff like that, and my husband doesn't really care for that aspect either. So we like the decaf. We just like warm liquid. So sometimes it's hot cocoa, sometimes it's coffee. We generally like the great value, and it's usually a bigger container. But the last time we bought this container, it was priced at the same price as the great value, give or take $1, and it was $28. And we bought that 16 months ago. And we just took that out of the freezer and we started using it. So now we went to Walmart to get another backup to be able to put in the freezer, and this was $17 on rollback. A folder is $17 on rollback, so not bad. 1 pound, 9.9 ounces of decaf. So we'll wrap that up nice and tight, and we'll put it in the freezer. And, well, a year from now, we'll take it out, because this other one that we had in for 16 months tastes fresh, tastes wonderful. So a year from now, or a little over a year, we'll take this one out and start in on that. So $17, and maybe it was $17.97 on rollback. Regular $20, almost $20. I've never seen great value do the chicken stuffing, but we're willing to try it. That was 97 cents today. And then I needed a couple packets of tuna. They didn't have any canned that I would like. Most of it was in oil. So I went ahead and bought 2 of these packets, and they were $1. So wild caught light tuna and spring water, and another one. So that'll work well. It was a good stock up. This, we'll give it a try the next time I have a roast chicken. The rice I'm going to put in the freezer, but yeah, we needed this if we're going to utilize that rice cooker. I was down 3 cans of chicken with rice. I want to make that cabbage soup again. My husband loved it, so a couple of cans. This is really all I have room for right now. Otherwise, I would have bought more, because I haven't seen like the 96 or the 97 cents or the $1 prices for a little while. So that is what I picked up for the pantry this week.